What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen, Kaiju No.8 Edition. Episode 11 of Season 1 is out now, so as always, gotta shout out the creator, Naoya Matsumoto, and want to give a shout out to the studio, Production IG. Appreciate all parties involved. They covered chapters 33 to about half of 37, which starts off in volume 5, but I'm gonna wait a little bit to show y'all that cover since that character hasn't been introduced yet. But love this episode because we were introduced to one of my favorite characters, General Shinomiya, who of course is Kikoru's father, but we'll get into that a little bit later since the episode literally ends with a bang. But as y'all already know, going off of last week, unfortunately, our boy Kafka has got arrested because, of course, him transforming into a kaiju is a no-no. This is the defensive force whose job is literally to eliminate these guys. And so they have no choice but to turn them in. And so we get another look into the top brass of the defense force, not only the general, but see other people at the table who are discussing what to do with Kafka. And I understand the general hesitation and just bewilderment of what to do in this situation. They're not used to the fact that kaiju can go from monster to human is already big. And now that there was one in the defense force, you could understand that the situation they're dealing with is a little hard. It would cause mass panic to humans because now you're questioning the person next to you. You don't know if your friend, your co-worker, or anybody could be a kaiju themselves. You don't know what their intentions are. So you can understand why they want to keep it under wraps, which is also a conversation you see some of the rookies have. They can understand that the recent events are changing up some of the things in the defense force, and they are also a casualty of that. So now the rookies are being split up. And even though I could understand some of their frustration, you don't want to be apart from the people that you came in with, or basically your family and you've come up with. We see that Kafka feels a little down about the situation, and I could understand that as well because he feels like he lied to everybody. But again, this is a secret that he had to keep under wraps, and it's not something that he wanted to happen, you know. He unfortunately was invaded by the kaiju. He couldn't really do anything about it, and actually gotta respect the fact that he's trying to help the defense force with his power. And you also see somebody in the brass mention it. Hey, why don't we turn him into a living weapon? You could also understand the defense force's position because since this rookie class was so special and the kaiju are becoming stronger and stronger, it only makes sense to divide their strength and not keep it in one spot. It'll help the overall team if the strength is divided. And speaking of strength, we gotta finish off talking about the general, my boy. We see that he decides to bring Kafka in and then make a decision. And so he decides to take Kafka on a one-on-one. And so it's no secret. Became my favorite right away because of his overall strength. We learn more about the kaiju weapons in general and why the general is considered one of the strongest people of the force. Again, the series is paying homage to Godzilla, but what was identified as Kaiju number 2 was again a giant, very strong, and when finally eliminated, they turned him into a weapon. And so the thing about these specific numbered weapons is that these numbered weapons are coming from the strongest kaiju ever recorded. So obviously the person using them has to be just as strong. And so we see this strength displayed all throughout the end of the episode. Definitely my favorite panel of the week. I love the unique weapons that the defense force has. We've already seen an axe, large cannons, knives, and so now the general, he has what you could consider brass knuckles in a sense, but 2 gauntlets and what appears to be 2 rockets or something that's able to blast when he punches you. And so very effective weapon. We see Kafka say that it has the same output as a high-level kaiju. And so unfortunately, we see that Kafka does seem to lose control a little bit, and his body reacts to this. So we'll have to see if he's able to take control of it next episode, because if not, his life is on the line. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode. If y'all reading the manga. Till next time, Peace.